The Boston Celtics could be on the brink of making a big trade that could send them back to the NBA Finals, and we've been rumored to be interested in guys like Kelly Olynyk, Jakob Poeltl, and Mason Plumlee. As you can tell, all these guys have one thing in common. They're all big men. But I have another option I believe would be a perfect fit here in Boston, and in this video, I'll be breaking down how the Celtics are just one player away from bringing home Banner 18. Now, before we jump into today's video, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're going to be covering the Boston Celtics and the rest of the NBA all year long. But if you are a Celtics fan, make sure you guys subscribe because we go live and react to every single Celtics game live on this channel. For example, tonight, the Celtics play the Pistons. I'll be going live and reacting to it live on stream, so make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already done so. Also, comment down below your thoughts about the recent rumors about Kevin Durant for Jaylen Brown. Those trade rumors are going around now. Honestly, I don't think there's any chance that Brad Stevens trades Jaylen, but if he does, listen, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad if he trades Jaylen Brown. I love Jaylen. Even though it's for a guy like Kevin Durant, I want Jaylen to stay. Him and Tatum could be a force to be reckoned with over the next decade. So I really want Jaylen to stay here in Boston. But without any further ado, let's get right into today's video. Now, the Boston Celtics currently have one of the best offenses in the entire NBA. And ever since Robert Williams has came back from his injury, they also have a top 10 defense as well. However, as we all know, as Celtic fans, there's still something missing. And I know exactly what it is. As we all know, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum do an amazing job scoring the majority of the points for our team. And then you have a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who also does a great job coming off the bench as a reliable spark plug when the offense starts to slump. His ability to create his own shot and find the open teammates makes me think he should be in the running for Sixth Man of the Year. Let me know if you think otherwise in the comment section down below. However, the consistency of this team, or offensively I should say, is very worrisome. In my opinion, the way to fix this is bringing in a guy who is an absolute microwave, who can drop 20 to 30 points on any given night. You're probably thinking, who? Or you're smart and you looked at the thumbnail. However, if you don't know, it's a player on one of the worst teams in the NBA currently and doesn't really play a lot of minutes per game. And if you didn't guess it already, it's Terrence Ross. Now, in the past, Terrence Ross has absolutely dominated the Celtics pretty much by himself at times. And just a couple of years ago, he was an absolute nightmare off the bench for the Orlando Magic. And realistically, he still is. Obviously not as much anymore, but that's also because the Magic are kind of in rebuild mode now. They'd rather give a bulk of their shots to the young guys, and that obviously makes sense. Now, the reason I want Terrence Ross is strictly because he's a great scorer, and he doesn't really have a big ego at all. He's going to be willing to come off the bench and won't complain about the minutes he gets or even the shot attempts he gets per game. He's 6'7". He can move his feet very well defensively. Obviously, he's not the best defender in the world, but he's 6'7". He's got a long frame, and I think he can, hold his own defensively. He can create his own shot with ease. And at this point in his career, his goal is to not put up huge numbers or even prove himself in the league because, listen, he's up there in age, but his goal is rather to bring a championship back to his team and help even the Celtics bring home Banner 18 in this case. He's 32 years old and barely plays for the Orlando Magic, who are currently trying to develop some young guys. I think, honestly, the Celtics could acquire him for as much as a second-round pick or maybe even a first-round pick, which also I think I would be fine with, simply because our goal is winning the NBA championship this season. Now, if we do that, our pick is going to be around 28 to 30. If we win the championship, it will be number 30 in the first round, which, yes, you could find a solid player, but I would much rather take a shot at a championship right now rather than a chance at potentially drafting a solid or decent rookie with the last pick of the first round or one of the last picks in the first round, depending on how far we get. And there's even a slight chance that he gets bought out from the Orlando Magic. In that case, I would love nothing more than the Boston Celtics bringing in a guy like Terrence Ross for even a one-year deal. I think that would be absolutely perfect. Just 2 years ago, Terrence Ross averaged 15 points off the bench for the Orlando Magic. This season, he's only averaging about 8 points a night, but he's shooting 43% from the floor and 38% from 3. I think he would help out our scoring droughts tremendously and would be a perfect fit off the bench. There's some games where, guys like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, or Malcolm Brogdon, they just have an off night. And it would be perfect to have a guy like Terrence Ross who can come off the bench. And, guys, in the past, this guy could put up 30 points a night on any single given night. I think he would be perfect to come off the bench. He has no ego. He can score the ball at ease. He can hit shots. He can shoot corner threes. He's 6'7". Listen, I don't know why, but I just think Terrence Ross would be an absolutely perfect fit for the Celtics. The Celtics are one of the best teams in the NBA currently. But like I said before, it seems like we're missing just one small component to our team to get us over the hump. Now, let me know in the comment section, are there any other players or ideas you guys have that the Celtics should, think about exploring over these next few days? Man, I just really think when you have those games where our guys struggle, especially when we get to a slump offensively, we need that one guy. And don't get me wrong, Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White, Jalen and Jason, they've been so good this year scoring the ball. But, man, Malcolm Brogdon is contributing to like 40 to 45, 50% of the points off the bench for the Celtics. Now, when we have a starting lineup of Marcus Smart, Derek White, Jalen, Jason, Rob, or even or Marcus, Jalen, Jason, Rob, and Al Horford, we need someone to come off the bench to just help Malcolm Brogdon. Now, I know that if we trade or even sign a guy like Terrence Ross, the guy who's going to get affected the most is going to be Sam Hauser. And yes, guys, I love Sam Hauser a lot. I think he has the potential to be a very good player, but I just don't think he's ready to compete or play for a championship team right now. He's very close. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good shooter, but I just think he's a little bit more developing, a little bit more of development away from being that guy. And like I said, if we bring in Terrence Ross, it would probably only be for a one-year deal. So I think bringing in Terrence Ross would not only help us now, but it would help us in the future with mentoring guys and developing guys like Sam Hauser, for example. I think he would help out Sam Hauser tremendously. And also, we have Danilo Gallinari. Let's not forget about Gallinari. He is injured right now, and he probably won't be back for at least, maybe a couple of months from now. Maybe at the end of the year, the end of the regular season, he comes back and plays a little bit. At least if we bring Terrence Ross in over the next week or so, he can play for a team until Gallinari gets back. Listen, guys, let me know in the comment section if you guys think I'm crazy. Who else would you rather get? I would like to bring in a guy like Jay Crowder as well. Jay Crowder might not be as easy to get, but he's a former Celtic. He played with us. He's a gritty player. He's a 3-and-D type of player, a good locker room guy. I loved having him here in Boston when he played for us before. But I think Terrence Ross might be a little bit easier to acquire at the deadline. Now, that's all I really have for you guys in the video. So let me know in the comment section how you would feel about this move for the Boston Celtics. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.